I have here today with us Curtis Henry of Wagner College. He's a strength and conditioning coach, played football at The Ohio State University.
Coming from the inner city of Cleveland, Ohio, I always knew that life wasn't going to, give me the quote unquote handouts or whatever the case may be. And that in order to succeed, whether it was professionally, academically, or, within athletics, I needed to work.
How you were able to become a football player at The Ohio State University, and how the lessons that you learned from any angle, every aspect, help you to get to where you are now.
Well, first and foremost, being a walk-on at Ohio State, the priority for me before I even made the team was take care of academics. And so before I thought about the idea of, maybe I am a Division I athlete, or, maybe I have an opportunity to walk on at a prestigious university like Ohio State. If you talk to any former walk-on, or they will tell you that staying on the team is more difficult than making it. Every day is a grind. Every day, you can't leave any stone unturned. Every day you have to work harder than what you did the day before. And if you won beforehand, you got to work even harder to win now. And so I think just that relentless reminder of, hey, you got to work, you got to earn it, you got to earn it, you have to earn it.
At any phase during your career as an athlete, even transitioning out of athletics into your career, what resources do you think you should have embraced that would have helped your mental?
When I played, I had suffered a high ankle sprain right at the start of fall camp, which for, most walk-ons, that's like our opportunity to prove with pads on that we belong here. And, like I said, and they could be at whatever capacity, whether as a starter, as a practice player, or, just as someone who helps the team out in whatever role they can. To play at a school like that and to walk on at a school like that, in your mind, you have to have some sort of supreme confidence in yourself in some way, shape, or form. And so, for me, I was like, dude, if I can make it to camp, I'll show them like, hey, I ain't nothing to be reckoned with. And, when it happened, it felt like the world shut down. I couldn't put any pressure on that foot at all. I remember at that moment, it felt like I wasn't hurt. It felt like it was almost my fault that I was hurt and that there was no support for me. And, I look back at it now, and of course there was support for me, but it wasn't as upfront as it could have been, or as it should have been, in my opinion. And so, like, during that first injury, and that injury affected me, it still affects me to this day.
As a graduate of The Ohio State University, what challenges did you face transitioning into your preferred career choice?
Even throughout college, I struggled with the idea of what I wanted to do in life. And so because I struggled with the idea of it, I didn't really put much thought behind it. And, you can ask anyone who knew me in college. I used to tell people that I was a lot more prepared for a zombie apocalypse than life after school, just because I truly didn't know what I wanted to do. When I first got out of school, I was like, all right, what do I want to do? I told myself, hey, study for your CSCS and see what you can do with it. I started studying for it. I read the book. I was like, wow, this is beautiful. This is all connected. It took for me to bump my head a few times. It took for me to change up the idea of what I wanted to do in life, for me to understand that it's okay to not have everything set. And it's okay to have an idea in your mind, but that idea doesn't necessarily become fruitful for you, whether it's financially, mentally, or emotionally, or whatever aspect that you would like it to be. And when it's time to move on, it's time to move on. It's okay. Life is going to have its ups and downs. And the faster you get acclimated to those ups and downs, the easier it will be to navigate in between those ebbs and flows of life as an adult.
Speaking of navigating through those ebbs and flows of life, what advice or what resources or tools do you have for people to just help them navigate those challenges of personal losses?
Back in October of 2022, my father passed away suddenly. I had just moved down to El Paso, Texas, which was the first time I've ever left the state of Ohio, the furthest I've ever been from anyone close to me in my life. And so, when that happened, the isolation of being so far away from family hit heavy. Fortunately enough, the people that I worked with during that time really helped me when I didn't feel like I could be helped. And, by all means, I didn't feel like I was in a spot where I could accept help. So, first and foremost, having people that, although I didn't want to lean on them, I leaned on them. Having those people be there to support me meant the world of difference. And also, and it's still something that I deal with to this day, being okay with not being okay has been something that not only I've had to tell myself over and over again, but something that I tell people every day. It's okay to not be okay.
How important do you think mentorship is?
I think having a support system and having a mentor you can rely on, not necessarily consistently, but someone that you can, bring questions to, someone that you can express some of your prouder moments and some of your, more dark moments. Having someone that you know is on your side just makes a world of a difference. And that's for anyone. You can be the most confident person in the world, but when you attack something by yourself, you feel it. And you can be the least confident person in the world. And having people on your side and having people there to support you makes you feel like you still have a chance.